What's cracking, guys? Today, we're gonna be talking about a manga. Whoa! No one ever does that. But not just any type of manga here. We're gonna be talking about
an ecchi manga. Oh yeah.
You know, those ones that make you go like... Now, to be fair and quite frank with you, there isn't a lot of ecchi manga that I consider to be like, oh, this is like a great story or super good read or anything like that. You know what you're getting into when you have that ecchi tag. You know what you're there for most of the time. But there has been a refreshing case lately. One that I was like, whoa! This is actually pretty freaking interesting, and I want to know what the frick happens next. And that is this title called Kawaiikereba Hentai domo Suki ni Natte Kuremasu ka? Hopefully I said that right. And what it means is, would you even fall in love with a pervert as long as it's a cutie? That's like... Yeah, it's one of those really long Japanese. They love really long titles. I don't know why. But I think the reason is because, you know, if you read that huge title, you'll immediately become intrigued. Basically, the title has become the summary. Now, while this may be ecchi, I think the biggest promise that comes from this is the tag that's along with it, and that is the mystery one. And yes, there's also a harem, but that usually comes with ecchi, doesn't it? Now, it starts off with our boy in the calligraphy club. He actually doesn't do calligraphy himself, but he just enjoys the company of the president there. This girl here, who happens to have the biggest boobs ever. Look, man, it's anime, it's ecchi, you know what you're getting yourself into, okay? And in the next pages, we are introduced to the other harem members that he has, such as a girl that works at the library that's kind of a cross between a Japanese person and an English person. And it is also quite clear that they do in fact hold some sort of affection towards our main protagonist, which is pretty common, okay? Like, whoa, that's blown everybody's mind. Okay, yeah, it's there. The two girls are already fighting over him. Right at the beginning, they just hold no bars, no things. They kind of hate each other. He also has a female friend that he's on good terms with. Not a childhood friend, okay, guys? The curse. The curse. Just don't worry about the curse, okay, guys? Basically, the main character helps her out, and she helps him out. It's a pretty nice symbiotic relationship. And finally, he has his cute little Emoto-chan, who's they're on good terms with. You know, they spoil each other, they're nice to each other. Nothing too incestuous right off the bat, okay? I mean, as long as you don't count headpats, okay? Headpats can be lewd. I don't know if this may warrant the ecchi tag alone. That headpat, it's disgusting. But where the main fun comes of this is when all these girls got together in this one room to do a cleaning duty, and then something happens. Alright, I'm gonna spoil a little bit because I need to talk about the manga, alright? It's just the first chapter. But probably one of my favorite bits is when he's finishing up the cleanup duty and he's just looking out outside the field here, and then he spots this couple and says, "Fucking normies go die." The man just wants to get a girlfriend, and I'm pretty sure everybody in this universe can relate to that on some level. Heck, you know, most guys want a girlfriend, already have one, want to keep her, or even girls want girlfriends. I don't know, man. Girls want girlfriends? What the heck's that about, man? The fact alone that this mangaka's author actually follows the memedom is quite refreshing, to say the least. And yes, of course, there's always the main protagonist's denseness of being surrounded by a bunch of beautiful girls. But that's not where the charm in this one comes from, okay, guys? It's where he happens to find this letter confession of love, along with something else. He gets so overwhelmed that he does a fuck yeah! Again, I love the art style. The overexpression of these panels are just absolutely amazing what they do. But when he thinks he drops a handkerchief along with the note, oh no, it happens to be a love note with panties. This is where the ecchi tag comes in, just a little bit, just a little bit. So the entire story here is the main character is trying to figure out which one of these girls left him this note along with their panties. And he happens also to have a pretty boy best friend like in most things, but also what disqualifies him from ever having one of his girls is the fact that he's a hardcore lolicon. So there you go. But he's a pretty likable best friend at least. So there's that. Most of the time, the guy's just an irredeemable pervert and nobody would ever want to get with him. But this guy actually seems like a pretty decent dude. But the humor comes from this is just how serious they're taking everything like this. It's like, let me get this straight. Is this used? Negative. I think it's new. I can smell the detergent. And yeah, he sniffed it. Alright? Like you guys wouldn't do that, alright? But the funny thing about this is basically the story of Cinderella, where the prince is trying to find his Cinderella and she left behind I guess a pair of glass panties instead. And so he has to go and find out which one of the girls is his Cinderella. Now, unfortunately, he doesn't have the ability to say, here, please, try on these panties, madame. Let me make sure these fit. Like, I don't, at least without getting arrested, I don't think that's possible. And after some careful deliberation, they knock down a few of the candidates, mainly the little sister, and go with the 3 ones who are possibly the ones that left it. Now the good thing about this manga is the fan service is not way over the top and super distracting, okay? But when it comes, oh boy, when it comes, does it hit you in the face and it's beautiful. Now, obviously, for YouTube purposes, I can't actually show this, but the main character's reaction sums it up here. Stop! This is too stimulating! My dick can't handle too much! It's the perfect meme face, honestly. It really is. Now in the following chapters here, it's basically a follow-up of these girls, getting to know a little bit more about them and why they like the main character, and it's actually very plausible reasons. He's not just there and the girls just fall in love with him, okay? He actually does good things for these girls. And yes, there's cute little moments, of course, along the way here. Besides, why is Yuki so angry with Senpai? And big breasts are the enemies of small breasts. And yes, while that is an overused trope, that's still such an adorable little panel that you can't just help but fall in love with it. It is so cute. But the main appeal of this is that the girls themselves are also slightly perverted themselves. The girls are interested in boys too, you know. It's really like, oh my, she's whispering this to this. So you know, like, the hint is there. These girls are there. They want to do something, but you're not sure what. Now I say you're not sure what because of the thing that's gonna happen at the end here, but I won't spoil for you. And then comes the small events that happen in each chapter that you think may not amount to much. Such as, you know, this guy here finding a dog in the park and the girl try to help him find the owner. And here we are again with the girl wanting head pat Saika senpai. You did your best. And he's head patting her in public. In public. And once again, you gotta appreciate it when the boobs are so enormous that they go outside the panels themselves. Absolutely spectacular. You see, these guys, they know just the little details like that. Just the little details are what's important. But then it does things like this where she kisses him back for it. And with that, I'm like, come on, dude. You gotta know something's up there, my dude. Something's up. And this is where the guy finds out that that girl was the last one to leave the club room and the most likely candidate to have dropped the letter along with her panties. And so he makes the determination to go and talk to her tomorrow. But here's the thing. The main character actually does ask her out on a date. Yeah, they did it. And this is only like chapter 4? Holy crap. And then she actually agrees to it. Holy moly, we're making progress in the dense main character category. But then the man asks if she's hiding something from him. Namely the main love letter here. He just goes out and says it. But the reaction is not something he expects. She gets this little wonderful gem. Oh, That's something you see in your dreams at night, boys. But then after avoiding the main character for so long, he's finally able to get a little motivation from the other girls helping him and to go confront her. And then he does the typical anime hand against the wall move to pin her down. And you know, the heart goes doki 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 doki. You know? Does this actually work? But then the main character just finally goes, okay, you know, I'm just gonna out and say it. This girl has to be it. I know your secret, Sayuki senpai, and she's afraid. And then what comes after this? I'm going to leave it to your imagination. But what happens absolutely blew me away. It absolutely blew me away, and that's the reason why I just had to make a video about this series. The mystery behind this, the extremely likable characters, and even somewhat believable, alright? It makes this a fantastic manga and a refreshing read. So I'm just gonna say, if you guys are a fan of shonen, mystery, or ecchi, harem, whatever it is, this is a fantastic and refreshing read. And honestly, if this ever gets an anime, I'm looking forward to that. So I hope I at least did something here for you guys. I hope me giving a manga recommendation has piqued your interest. Nobody talks about manga anymore. It's all about anime. And just when you find a good one like this, I just had to share it, man. I just had to share it with y'all. And I hope you enjoyed it. And once again, I'm looking at the plot twist right now, and it's still magnificent. I'm just scared. I want to use it as a thumbnail too, but I don't think I could. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, maybe even want to see some more stuff like this, like recommendations about manga, possibly even anime, then go ahead and smash the like button. Give it a good booty slap for me. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see all of you beautiful sons and guns again next time.
You crazy mother.